Welcome to episode 50 and our first anniversary
50
of the Mile 20 podcast.
Happy birthday, Mile 20 podcast.
Where epic shit happens.
I'm like, I feel like I need to.
I know. My name is Lori, and I'm here with my bestie,
Laura.
And we are just here to celebrate. We are flushing format today. We are going to kind of reminisce about what the last year has been for both of us.
It's been a whole year, girl.
Yes.
Like me, you, and Maggie, like straight up, like doing this thing together.
Yep.
And I cannot believe how fast a year has gone by.
I know. And it feels like it was just not that long ago that we were sitting in Cranberry Lake.
Right?
On a little island that sometimes we hang out on, and we were really running through what this was going to look like when we actually sat down and did this.
Yeah, because I think we were trying to figure out whether or not we had enough content. And then we started laughing because we're like, ha, 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 we have plenty of content.
Yes. Well, because we can spend hours talking while running.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
Absolutely.
What's a little time on the mic, you know?
Yeah.
Sharing it.
Yeah. No, a cool fact is that over the past 50 episodes, we have had 13 guests
Whoop, whoop.
on our podcast.
Wait.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, you could
That
be.
one sounded pretty good.
That one sounded better. That
Okay.
one sounded better. And then we are in right now 42 states. We're gonna list those other 8 states because we have to get to 50 states, man. Because we are the Mile 20 podcast.
We run marathons in all 50 states,
right?
Yeah, we definitely need 50.
And we are in 32 countries. Dude.
This thing sounds so sad.
And another fun fact is that over the past year, you and I together have run in 9 races.
Yes.
So 2 of them non-marathons. We ran Broad Street and the Blob Half Marathon, and then the other 7 marathons.
Yes.
That we have run. So
Since the end of August.
Since
wait.
Yeah.
No. Beginning of September.
But I love it that we've been able to not only give like updates on our new races, but then also go back into, some of our older races that are still like a lot of them are still active.
Yeah.
Right. And travel tips and,
So for those of you who may just be joining us, the whole reason why the Mile 20 podcast exists is for a couple reasons. One, we are 2 best friends that have run a marathon in all 50 states, and we did the majority of that together. I would say 90% of our journey was done together, probably 95%.
And we do run every race together. Like neither of us says, oh, hey, I'll see you at the end. Like we stay together the entire race.
Yes. And so with that, there's like our relational stuff, but we recap some of the races that we've ran over the years. We're currently still running a marathon and have unofficially talked about maybe a second round at the 50 states.
What?
But we also, the reason why it's named Mile 20 is because around Mile 20 is where you hit the wall. And we try very hard to enjoy the wall as best you can. And I know that sounds crazy, but starting very early on, we started planting a Mile 20 beverage at every marathon. And so we have
at Mile 20.
At Mile 20, we have a little cocktail, I guess I could say.
Yes, we drink and run.
We drink and run. Yes, every
Don't judge us.
Every marathon.
And don't try this at home, kids.
We've missed a few. We have missed a few because of weather, and it was just miserable day, so we skipped them. But they were out there for us if we wanted them.
Yes, it's always the choice.
Yes, but we're also like in our 50s, so there's also like this beautiful little parallel between growing older and hitting the kind of life wall of midlife.
Call it the back 9, dude.
The back 9, yeah. And being at Mile 20, and pushing on. So that will lead us into, we try and have a Mile 20 beverage. Not all the time, but we try and have them most of the time. But sometimes water is just really best for us.
Yeah, because either we hit it too hard a couple days prior, or we're just kind of watching
the
what we're doing.
Intake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do have a Mile 20 beverage today.
Yes. I always call this champagne.
I feel like it's alive.
Yeah.
I feel like it's alive
know,
when you're
dude,
pointing it around.
Dude, I'm
Don't
just
point
happy
it.
to see
Stop
you.
it. That's a
Just happy
weapon.
to see you. No, It's Vu champagne, and yeah, we call it the Vu. So I'm gonna pop this open. Hopefully it doesn't ricochet. So I'm gonna put it up to the mic for those who are not on YouTube, but you can see us on YouTube and watch it as well.
Are you gonna French it or are you gonna bitch it?
Hey, opa!
Opa, that's the best sound. Every time I hear that at a restaurant, I'm like, who's having fun tonight?
Yes.
So cheers.
Cheers.
To hopefully a very prolific year 2 of Mile 20.
Here's to year 2. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Maggie.
And here's to our fantastic listeners. Like, we so appreciate, like, all the feels that we get on Instagram. I love talking back and forth to people who are following us. Loved Running Stacy.
Running Stacy, who from Ocala, right?
Yes, I need to ask her more questions. I did not realize until today she was from Ocala.
Yeah, and so she sent us a picture of her husband, who was her beer bitch, and gave her a mile 20 beverage at mile 25. But cheers to you, my friend, and congratulations on your marathon. And it was cool last weekend when we were in Jekyll Island and we got to meet Tara, my father-in-law's chiropractor, who listens to us on the regular. We get a lot of comments. I got one of the guys at work listens to us like on the regular. So it's really, really cool to not only get the support from our family, but then also like just people that we're meeting along the way.
Yes.
Who realize that like you and I are just two regular like people just kind of doing our thing, and just we want to share it with other people.
Yes. This Vu is amazing.
It is, isn't it? It's one of my favorite champagnes.
Yeah, this is just terrible.
Yeah. It's it
reminds me of getting ready to leave for Paris.
Well, yes. Well, it was really funny because as Lori and Maggie were making their way over to my house, I was getting like the random text messages. Do you have party hats? Do you know me? I always have party hats. And then they're like, do you have champagne? I was like, like, do you know me? Yeah. I always have champagne in the house.
I know. I don't know.
I actually tonight, when I pulled the champagne out, I was like, mental note, you have 2 more bottles of champagne. And I actually wrote it on my to-do list. Like, you need to go and replenish because I always have to have like at least 3 or 4 bottles of champagne in the house because of like random situations like this.
Yes, I do not. This is very typical of Laura and I's relationship, which I think we're going to kind of dive into a little bit.
We shall.
Not yet. But I think
you're going to learn a little bit about us today.
Yeah, we're going to have some questions and stuff, but we are flushing the format, which I know I said that earlier. And we're just kind of reminiscing about some of our favorite moments of the year and asking questions of each other.
What was one of your favorite episodes this past year?
I know it's
you have 50 to choose from, girl.
I know. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably the least favorite of anybody to listen to. But it would definitely be, is it the episode 31 was our drunken foray in Paris.
Listen to episode 31. We were trashed filming that.
At 2 a.m. in the morning in Paris.
With a bunch of our friends live like around us, and you could hear them in the background like calling us and making comments and so forth, and they were all like very drunk as well. So
and most of the time we try very hard to use our normal Rode mics that we use when we're in our little hotbox studio here, but we were on the road for about a month.
Yeah.
Or I was on the road for a month. We were on the road for a while.
3 weeks.
Yeah. And we were using these other little mobile mics, which had a learning curve, and we now understand you have to hold them to your mouth.
Otherwise, they pick up all the sound around you.
All the sound. So
learning curve.
Learning curve. So again, Paris. 31.
Episode 31. So if you're,
it may not be fun for people to listen to, but it was so much fun to record.
It was. We were. I think you farted on the episode too.
No, I think. Oh, is that Laura Lee?
Was that me?
No, I feel like that was me.
No, it was her.
Oh, it was you.
No, she farted.
No, it was definitely you. It was definitely you. It was you.
Did we record that?
Oh God. Maybe we should, have that clip come up on social media.
Fuck you. I also enjoyed the girls' weekend. So that was episode 9,
Yes.
where we brought all of our daughters onto the podcast, and we had a little bit of a girls' weekend, and we did a little bit of Harry Potter trivia. I think I came to the realization that I suck at Harry Potter trivia. Although I've seen all the movies, I don't even remember characters' names. I was like completely lost with that whole thing. So, but it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Well, and you went over the top to, host us that weekend, and you were like the hostess with the mostest. It was wonderful.
You gotta,
Yes.
It's like you just gotta create the atmosphere, For all of the guests, again, we had 13 guests. Was there, and I'm not gonna say like was there a favorite, because I think we had so many things that we took away from each of the guests.
I agree.
Whether it be our husbands, right, or Philippa, or Coach Q, as of late. But was there any guest where you had like a takeaway, like something that was just profound that kind of stuck with you after talking to them?
I think I really enjoyed Edith Zushman, who came on and talked about 261 Fearless. She really opened my eyes about what bringing a group of women together running can do for themselves and for a community. And it actually, I went in and I did an introduction to opening up a 261 locally. So it had me, I walked away from that thinking about how cool it would be to start a 261 Fearless in our area. But then I also realized that I travel like a maniac.
Yes.
And it's probably would not be fair. I don't feel like I could put as much time into it as I want.
That's my issue as well.
If I can't do it well, I don't want to try it.
Want to do
now.
it? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. No, I totally agree. I think my biggest takeaway was when we talked to Philippa Gerling, and just that whole trip about you need to focus on things that make life fun.
Yeah.
And when something isn't fun, why are you doing it? And so it kind of changed my whole mindset about my workspace.
Yeah.
And I came back and really I had some big changes happen, at work. We had some reorganization happen, everything. I'm still working for the same company, but I'm so much happier doing what I'm doing right now. And it was because of that. It was because of having that conversation. So, the people that you meet along the way, they give you these little gifts that
they do.
Are just really unexpected, and it's what you do with it as well, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that I really, really want to give a shout out to is just our family for the support. I mean, one, for Maggie, just being with us along the ride, and being our editor, and producing, and helping us with social media, and thinking about new cool ways to not only connect with people our age, but also people in their 20s. So Maggie's age, and how can this cross against different generations.
Yeah.
And then our husbands. I mean, you guys come here most weeks, right, to go and record in the hot box. And, just Jim, we push him to the side, take the dog most weeks. And
and sometimes he lets us invade your living room,
yeah,
which is really sweet.
And
Dave yesterday, earlier today, was like, can't you, because he's going to be with his mom tomorrow, helping her out with some things. He's like, can't you record tomorrow? I'm like, babe, this is not just about you.
Yeah.
I'm like, tonight's the night.
Yeah.
So, the patience, the fact that they support our running addiction and all of that. I mean, we don't exist without their support.
I totally agree.
100%.
I totally agree. In fact, as you and I have been laying out our race calendar for the year, we've been sending, these little Instagram, little snippets of what? You thought I had free weekends after I finished my marathon? And it was this smiley face, ha 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 ha.
I just signed up for another.
Yeah. So, but they fully expect it, and
yeah.
So, I think Jim's at the point now where he's like, all right, just tell me what races you're doing, and I'll let you know whether or not I'm interested in going to any of the locations, this year. So, what do you think out of all of the races? I mean, we did 7 marathons and 2 non-marathons. What do you feel like was the best or memorable race this year?
Hands down.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah, go ahead.
it was definitely Marathon du Madoc.
Okay.
100%. I mean, I know it was a shitty day for you.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry because, oh, God, the wine, just the French chateaus, the people, the costumes.
I saw a
everything-
penis on that course.
Everything. It was like the
runner.
most beautiful clusterfuck of a marathon I've ever seen in my life.
It was educational. It was definitely, that was probably the most educational marathon.
But I just wish the weather was not 93 degrees that day. But, it's just like Jekyll Island, right?
Yeah.
Jekyll Island sucked. It rained. But Jekyll Island was beautiful.
Yes.
And I can see all the positives of it, even though it rained, and I wish it had been nice. So it's like the same. It just was really hard.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. The only reason why I would not say Madoc was because of just how awful I felt.
Yeah.
When I think about a race holistically, it's I want to feel good about it. So I would say Marine Corps.
Oh, yeah.
And Marine Corps, the reason why is because it really commemorated 10 years of us starting our running journey together. And I don't know, there was just something about it that was on my brother's birthday. For those of you who are joining us new, I started running marathons because my youngest brother passed away from cancer. His name is Ned. And so, that weekend was really about commemorating him and his memory. But the other cool thing that I absolutely loved about the other races that we did is that both of our girls went and attained their marathon maniac status, which is freaking badass.
It's very badass.
And I just remember how much we were working towards that, and just to now have our daughters, in the club, is just, I don't know, it's magical that
It's
you
special.
can pass along the love of running,
Yes.
to
and
the next
good
generation.
news is that we never have to run 3 marathons in 3 weekends ever again.
Can I get a
Ever
clink?
again.
Can I get a clink to that girl? Not by choice. That is
Maggie Feckman and Maddie Lee, ever again. Or Maddie Eisenstein.
Yeah, Maddie Eisenstein. Yeah, that was painful. Out of anything that I learned from that whole our past fall, of running races, is that at this point in time, like my body and my mind, it gets weary and tired. It you can do it. You get into a spot where you're okay, this isn't a choice, right? I signed up for this, I got to do it. I got to support, whoever was running at the time. But my golly, I was so exhausted.
Well, I think we've realized that we can spectate.
Yes.
Spectating can be quite fun.
Yes.
And it's okay to spectate.
Yeah. But we always have FOMO, man.
But 3 weeks in a row is not necessary.
No.
Ever again.
No, I totally agree. I
feel like there should be a caption that says 1 year later. Because sometimes we say shit and it doesn't work out that way.
Oh my gosh, that is really funny. That is really funny. Well, I think that, one of the things that we have done over the past 50 episodes is we've just been raw about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I was just talking about I farted in a freaking episode. It's it is what it is, right? You just took a picture of me with a freaking tissue up my nose because I have a cold, so it won't drip. We are who we are.
Yeah.
And I think that comes across as very genuine, hopefully to our listeners. But I don't think that people know all about us. There's always layers upon layers, of people.
Yes.
And I think what
We're like onions.
we're like onions.
As Shrek says.
Yes, like a bloomin' onion.
Ooh. I feel like a bloomin' onion right now.
I used to like the blooming onions.
I love the blooming onion. They're delicious.
Those were awesome.
Good God, my hips don't need them anymore.
Oh my God, I'd walk past that thing and have a gluten attack.
That's so true.
But people think that they know us, but
yes,
there are other things that we have questions about for each other.
Yeah, we just kind of handpicked some fun questions.
Yeah.
You ready?
And we are not prepared. We have the list of questions, but we have no idea what questions we're going to ask each other.
Yeah, I told poor Maggie she may need to do this, like edit this kind of heavily because she may get a lot of deer in the headlights from me.
It's okay. Before we go into the questions, I think the one thing that has been cool about this whole podcasting thing, like, because when we started talking about this was like a year and a half ago. So we were talking about this like the summer before we started doing this. And it was kind of scary and exciting.
It was. I think I was the holdout.
Yeah.
I was the holdout.
Yeah.
You two were like, yeah, let's do this. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. But it was like educating ourselves on the best type of equipment, but not breaking the bank.
Yeah.
When it came to equipment, where could we go and actually record? Do you remember recording at Dave's office with like the freaking fucking 30-foot ceilings? It was like, oh my God, that was so terrible. Yeah, we couldn't get anything to work. We finally like ended up in this like little closet in my house. And
the hot box.
Right, but I mean, I soundproofed like the room, like the sound, is pretty good, when we're in here.
I just love staring at your ribbons every week.
Right, I have like I have craft shit like on the other side of the table here. We put poor Maggie in the corner, we put baby in the corner, but then Maggie learning, how to go and do all the editing. How do you release your episodes every week and stuff. So I think after like a couple of weeks, like we kind of got into like a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah.
And and then we got a feel for like, okay, when we have a shitty episode where there's a lot of, because we clap when we're ready to stop and Maggie has to edit us. We had some episodes where it was pretty ugly, and poor Maggie had to like edit like big time. She changed jobs in the middle of, like, she got promoted.
Yes.
In the middle of all of this, so
she's working overtime the last couple of weeks, and she's still editing and doing all this stuff for us.
Her time commitment definitely changed, and so we were always had to be cognizant of like we have to record by a certain time of the week, so that way we're giving Maggie enough time. So there were a lot of like logistics, to go through to kind of coordinate this. And then our schedules.
Yeah. Lots of Zoom calls, learning how to do all this on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interviewing people, which scares the hell out of me. If we're going to be raw, like, I am a stay-at-home mom, okay? I have not been in a workforce or in a work situation in 20 plus years. I know, but poor Edith. Like, when we interview, I loved interviewing Edith. She is so sweet.
I know, you were stressed out before that.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
But you did awesome.
Yeah, well.
And that's
I don't know about that. But that's what I love about you, is that like you're so professional. Like you can put your professional hat on really quickly, and you just roll with it. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to lean into that because that's your strength.
Yeah, no, and the thing that I love about you is like you could take, like a pen and like you just like make it into this magical, mythical thing that you love, and stuff. And the way you can describe things, and I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking pen, And so we both have like our strengths,
Did I spit? Was that me?
It's probably me. I
hope that wasn't your boogers. Sorry.
I don't know. It might have been.
There was a glob on our table, and I just wiped it up with my sweat.
I'm like seriously dripping, man. I probably need to put tampons in my nose right now. All right. So you want to start with our rapid fire questions? Well, not the rapid fire ones, but like the questions.
Sure. I'll ask my first question. What's something I do that makes you feel supported, and something I do that challenges you?
All right. What one was that one?
That's this one.
What's something I do? Oh, yeah. All right. So something that you do that challenges me when you're late. And I accept it, but that definitely challenges me because, it's like, I don't know. I'm used to like just,
military.
Yes. Just being on time. And then something you do that makes me feel supported. I would say that when I'm having a bad run and like you're there, and in a bad run could be either like a training run. So I'll think about the time where I got stung by like 50 million bees on my foot, and I thought it was a great idea to run in like a 16 or an 18-mile run the next day.
Yeah.
And and you had something to do with Egla, your youngest, and it was like something about going to the barn. I think it was one of her last like rides.
Yeah.
And
before she left for college.
Yeah, before she left for college, and instead of, like kind of ditching me and saying like, dude, like, all right, like your choice, Laura,
Yeah.
you freaking like walked like the whole like rest of that training run with me.
I did give you some we never use this term on the air, I don't think, but I give you my version of Laura Love at the tour. Like when we turned around, you're like, I probably shouldn't have been running, and I'm like, and you waited until mile 11 to look up whether you should be running with bee stings.
Yes.
Like, why are we waiting until mile 11 to be looking this up, Laura? Is that the smart decision to be making?
It's not one of my finer moments, and I was like, I owned it. I totally owned it. But I just use that as one example, and I've probably had more like shitty runs. Like I can't remember maybe like on one hand how many like runs you've had that haven't been like great. It was more like a bathroom thing. But you're just always there. You're always there to like kind of like kick my ass, drag me, push me, pull me, whatever. But I know that you're not going anywhere, so which is awesome.
I love you, man.
I love you, man. All right, what is something that you were weirdly particular about?
Ooh, what is something I'm weirdly particular about? I am weirdly particular about two things I have OCD with.
Oh.
Not in relation to this, right?
Okay.
Just in my life.
Yeah.
I am extremely particular about my spices being in alphabetical order.
Oh, amen to that, girl. High five on that.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Why would you just like haphazardly throw
where's the cumin? Where's the cumin? I don't know what a cumin is.
If the cumin's with the C's, I can find my cumin.
That's right. And if anybody messes with that.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yep.
That, and then I have a weird thing with my coffee mugs.
What's your thing with your coffee mugs?
I take a coffee mug. I have all my coffee mugs in the front of my shelf, my favorite ones, because I'm the one that's home the most now, right? Dave travels a lot. All the kids are gone. I take the coffee cup on the right. I move all the coffee cups over because I don't want to, so I'm always taking in a rotation. My coffee cups are in a rotation, not a specific rotation.
Know that.
Like Dave this morning, seriously, Dave this morning just went and took one of my coffee mugs out of rotation, and I'm like, oh my god, I know it was Dave. He's
Dude,
the only
now
other
I know how
person
to fuck
in the
with
house.
you.
Seriously, well, so
notice.
DJ got me these two really cute. They're called coffee mugs that were
They're called coffee mugs.
The VU is really good.
Yes.
I have not been drinking much lately, so I'm all red. And anyway, he for Christmas he got me a custom coffee cup that says Pointer's Point. Has two pointers on it, and it looks like a scene from the Adirondacks with the island.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, but I have two of them, so I keep them spaced apart in the rotation because
so
I don't want
use
them.
one like
I don't want them back
one
to
day,
back.
one the other day.
Right. Well, when I went to look at my mugs this morning, which is how I knew there was a mug missing from in between them, and I'm like, I can't drink out of them back to back days. Yeah.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, I have small OCDs. It's weird.
That's real. I would have never have guessed that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, my one thing that I'm weirdly particular about is hand towels. West Point ruined me. When you have a hand towel, it needs to be folded 3 ways, and then the fold needs to be on the the outside. You can't have like the like the fold where you can see inside of the towel.
Yeah, it should be on you only see the smooth part when you're at the door.
Yeah. And then they always need to be tangent. So the back side of the towel and the front side of the towel. And it's like, and they need to be together, but like not touching. And
okay. Now we're taking it next level.
I go into anybody's bathroom and I'm just like, I get like kind of like, janky when that is not the case. So that's my little weirdism. So, okay.
All right. So next.
Coffee mugs. Wow. Who would have fucking known?
Well, this is what happens when you're a stay-at-home mom. I have nothing else to think about but my coffee mugs.
Dude, that's...
Because all my kids are gone,
like
so now I'm a housewife.
The spices I totally
get. And I'm a really shitty housewife.
I totally...
Because I don't clean.
I'm not saying anything.
Anyway, Laura Lee, what's your most irrational fear?
Oh my God, I am terrified of sharks and orca whales. I am terrified when I'm in water that I cannot see down to the bottom, and I just create this imaginary world of these big gigantic fish that are going to eat me. And that is like for real. Like when well, we haven't done our Alaska episode yet, but we did a couple of days in the Ayalik Bay on sea kayaks in water where it was like cloudy white color.
It was
like
glacial
water, right?
So
like
it had
blue
a lot
and
of
white and minerals and stuff in
lots
it.
of minerals.
You couldn't see in it, but orcas like are in that area, and I just kept.
And there were seals floating by us on pieces of ice.
Dude, that was like I wasn't.
She kept sending me memes and stuff of like orcas coming out and eating kayakers. I'm like, dude.
I'm like, that doesn't say it's AI. Like, that's real. That happened.
But you also you had another one that you have overcome since I've known you.
Heights.
Yes.
Heights. I still get a little queasy, but I had to overcome it because, otherwise, like I get left behind.
You realize you like climbing mountains more than you have like your fear of heights.
I did I actually like have had like some freak out moments, like some panic attacks, like from being up like in an area where like I felt like I could die.
Yeah.
But I kind of got over that because we've done some crazy ass shit. Safe. We've been safe.
Yes.
But
Most of the time.
but most of the time. But there have been times where it's like been like a little irrational.
Yeah.
But I've gotten over it. I've gotten past it.
Yeah.
So because I don't think maybe 10 years ago I could have done some of the stuff that like we've done. So
yeah. I'd say my irrational fears probably I think I have a fear of losing people. That's probably my irrational fear.
Yeah.
And I don't like bugs. But they're fine. I don't freak out over them. But like if it comes down to like me having to kill it and Dave's around, I'd rather not. I just tap out of it.
I did not know this. All right, Lori, what's the prettiest hill you'll die on?
Is this like literal hill or figurative hill?
It could be anything you want it to be. I'm like kind of like literal.
What's the prettiest hill I would die on?
What's the prettiest hill you'd die on?
Prettiest hill I'd die on. Ooh, if I could choose a prettiest hill I'd die on,
yes.
It's not a hill, it's a mountain.
You pick whatever you want.
If I could have just like, I would love to go back to that day 3 campsite of the Inca Trail.
Oh.
That's probably
the one we cried on?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the one.
That was almost almost at 14,000 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah. And we had the sun.
Pretty.
They had the sunset.
We were above the clouds, dude.
And they brought like roasted nut. They let us have like a whole like appetizer, not appetizer.
Yeah, like
not
it was
cocktail.
like a little.
We didn't have cocktails.
It was like a happy hour without the drinks.
Yeah, it was like a happy hour time with snacks and stuff on the top of this hill. It was not part of our camp. They set that up impromptu.
That was freaking awesome.
It was magical.
I would agree. That would be a pretty hill too.
There, and then there's maybe one more. There was a campsite I loved when my family did the national parks out at Utah, and I took the Jeep out on the White Rim Trail.
Oh yeah.
And
Got some pretty pictures from that.
Our first night campsite was at White Crack. And unfortunately, we got there. White Crack. But unfortunately, we got there late. But like with the White Rim Trail, so there's like at Canyonlands, you've got like, it's a canyon. But as you go down in the canyon, it has a small plateau that rims it. And then it goes down further. So the White Rim Trail follows that lip kind of that goes around, but you're still down from the canyon top. So you have the canyon top
Sorry,
on one
you're talking
side
about white
of you.
rims and lips.
And then you have like Canyonlands that spreads out before you, and that campsite with all of Canyonlands looking out, and we were utterly alone.
And I know exactly what picture, like you guys took some pictures. I've seen them, and that was like absolutely freaking spectacular. So okay, all right.
What about you?
I would agree. The Inca Trail would probably be my one, or what would be the second night that we were on the Teton Crest Trail.
Ooh.
And just I mean, I would say we were on a mountain, but I don't know, just like the water that was coming down, the trees, you could see like the back
mountains.
of the mountains. Like there was something about that was just like, it was just very serene to me.
I'm going to talk about the pen.
Yeah.
It was kind of like being in like an intimate woodsy situation because it felt close, but then it felt vast because you had the mountains around you.
I totally agree.
So it kind of had like this weird,
It was like a little mountain hug.
feeling.
It was like a mountain hug.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was perfection.
Yeah.
It was like the balance of two different things in one spot.
I totally agree, and I think that's why I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
a
that
good
would be my hill to die on.
Okay. What's something you love that absolutely does not fit your personality other than me?
Oh wow. Like that was like you put words in my mouth, girl.
Sorry.
I love running. I love running.
You don't think that fits your personality?
No, I think that, you know, like it's one of those things where like I love running, but I don't love running.
Yeah.
You know, it's
so true.
Yeah, I can't describe it. It's one of those things where like I go out because I have goals, and like right now with us doing the mile a day challenge, I've actually looked forward to doing my mile run every day. And that is very, very unlike me because, you know, some days, you know, when I'm not running with you, I'm not running with Maggie or Maddie, and I'm like, ugh, do I really want to go out and get my shoes on? And, you know, and like sometimes self-motivation is hard when you don't have that accountability, you know, person with you.
Yeah.
So, and I used to play sports like softball and basketball and soccer, and running was like punishment. In the Army, I hated running. So like now that I'm like doing running, and it's such a core of like of who I am.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I feel like it doesn't fit like my personality, like in terms of like, I don't know, like I just in the past I just never gravitated towards running. So, but I have fun with it. So I don't know. I
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I couldn't even begin to tell you what I do that doesn't fit my personality. But maybe running is part of it too, because you're right. Like, I hated running.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I never was active as a kid. I was non-athletic all through high school. And when I finally started to move, it was because I had to, because I really like to eat.
Well, cheers to that.
I always say, like, I feel like fundamentally I'm a night owl, but running has made me an early bird.
Yeah, you are a night owl,
And there
girl.
are times when those two things conflict and I get no sleep. And it's hard. So it's very contradictory to my natural being.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would agree with, because I
Yeah.
mean, you talk about like, oh yeah, I binged watched this show, and it's like I went until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we have like a 5 o'clock like run. And I'm like, are you freaking crazy?
Yeah.
You know?
I've gotten better now that I'm old.
Oh my God. Yeah, that you blow me away with that one. So, what's the most awkward situation you've talked your way out of?
Oh shit. I feel like there's a lot of awkward situations I've talked myself out of. I think a fun one that I can remember now, and it kind of talked out of it, but not quite. Last year when we drove up to
Cranberry Lake. I was thinking about that one.
I got pulled over by a cop for speeding. Was I speeding? Yes.
Yes.
Of course I was speeding.
Yes.
But somehow with my smile and my charm, he's like, "You've just lifted this Jeep, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, your tires are bigger, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so you probably didn't know actually what your speed limit was, did you? And I was like, no. And he's like, here, I'm going to give you, you know, whatever. You need to go have this form filled out to make sure that it's
explain
been
about
all
your
fixed.
Jeep being lifted.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, he's not going to give me a ticket.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably the
and
most latest one.
We might have been taking pictures while we were in the car of the cop coming and stuff, very subtly, but
Yes. Yeah.
that's the moment that I would remember. Or there was another time where we were going into a national park and you forgot your pass and you talked your way into the national park without the pass.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like she's got magic.
Well, you know, it just proves that you can get a lot further with sugar than you can
Absolutely.
with salt.
I have definitely learned that from you, and you put a smile on your face, you compliment people, and you see where it gets.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst they're going to say is no, which is where you were to begin with.
No, totally agree.
Totally
agree. The place where Lori could not talk her way out of.
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
We were in
I tried,
in France.
But she was like a bitch.
Yeah, we talked about it in a previous episode, but we went into a place where they had, what was it, like drawings on rocks, like
it was
I don't know,
Fount de Gomme.
Yes. And
like
and,
that.
and,
Fount de Gomme.
and man, you tried to you tried, and she was just like,
you are so late.
No soup for you.
You are so late. I'm like, I'm 3 minutes on brand. I'm so late. It was 3 minutes, lady. Are you kidding me?
She's like, you are so late.
There were 4 people standing behind the counter. One of you people cannot escort us to the group.
Can we reschedule? No. Can we get our money back? No. You are so late. Yeah, that was awesome, man. So that's where I saw you fail.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, let's go drink.
It happens.
Yeah. That was a good one.
All right. What's a moment you pushed through that you're quietly proud of?
Ooh.
Or not so quietly proud of?
I would say that, so not to go and get super sad, but I would say like my brother's funeral. So this is back in 2004, and I'm the oldest of the 4 siblings. So my brother passed away of cancer at 27 years old, and my other siblings, my parents looked to me to go and give the eulogy. And
oh God!
And so I was the only one who spoke on behalf of our entire family, and so putting together the eulogy, my sister Megan, my brother Stephen, they were absolutely incredible about offering up stories, perspectives, my parents, some of his friends and stuff. But while everybody, that day was kind of mourning, I just kept saying to Jim, I was like, man, Ned's sitting in the back of the freaking church right now, going, dude, don't fuck this up, and so while everybody was super sad, I went into this kind of military mode of okay, I just need to be not that military people are desensitized, but I kind of compartmentalize my emotions versus the actions.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that, because I feel like, what we captured about my brother wasn't about anything about in what he owned, what he did work wise or anything like that. It was just all about the relationships. And that's why I think I value this the most, because
she's pointing at me.
Yes,
so
I am. I'm gonna be ready to freaking cry. But that's why I value this the most, because all the shit that we've been through, freaking
Ned
crazy.
brought us together.
Ned brought us together, right?
Yeah.
And so that was a moment in my life where I think after I did his eulogy, and I had a lot of people come up to me and just, kind of hey, you really captured, Ned and stuff. And it wasn't just me. It was so many people contributed to what I talked about.
Yeah.
But to me, it was this lasting moment where I'm like, Laura, stop chasing the job and just live in the moment, be with the people that you love. And, so I don't know. It was a big turning point for me.
Yeah.
But that's a moment that I was proud of, because I just kept saying in my mind, just it's okay to be emotional, but just don't break in this moment, because everybody here is looking to you for strength and, and support and stuff like that. So
that's so hard. That's a hard place to be in, too.
Yeah, it was. I just, I'd go back and do it again in a heartbeat, for my family and stuff, because of where everybody was at that time. We all processed what was happening, very differently. But that was a moment in time where I can honestly say that is a moment that I'm very proud of, because I feel like, again, I represented what my brother was about and how we all felt about him and the impact that he made on our lives.
Yeah.
So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go for a lighter one. What's a habit that you have that would absolutely annoy people if they lived with you?
Lived with me?
Yeah.
Well, it's always my
or traveled with you.
It's my lateness. But when I'm traveling, I'm kind of on point. You have to admit. Very rarely. I mean, there's a few times in the morning.
On point about what?
my time, my lateness.
Oh yeah, you're never late when we travel.
My lateness is what
your lateness is in the day-to-day.
My kids are so freaking punctual.
Yeah, I believe
it is amazing what being a late mother does for your kids.
Yeah.
Makes them good kids.
Yeah. So I'm punctual and Maddie's late. Maddie's always late.
See?
Yes.
It's the opposite.
Yes.
That's why you got to be late.
Yes.
So you can raise the good kids. See?
Yeah.
Now you got to know when Maddie.
Now here's an interesting factoid. The only person that I am probably consistently late with is my sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because somewhere subconsciously you know your sister's always going to love you.
Right? There's like a
so
grace
there's
factor.
A grace.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I don't know. But I'm not always.
And you can
I'm not
always be late for me, and I'd be like, thank God.
But I know, like the one or two times you remember, like we had like I don't know, it was like a year or two ago where like I had 1 week where I was like late twice, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, but I secretly I was like, oh yeah, it's not just me this
I know.
week.
It's like, what is happening? But yeah, like it's weird. Like, and I'm not always late with my sister, but it's like she's like the one person that like like every once in a while like I'm running late with. It's weird.
Yeah. No, definitely drive everybody crazy with the lateness.
That's funny. I love that.
Yes. Okay. What's something about me that people don't see but you do?
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many different things that I can go and choose from.
Really?
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm an open book.
I think the one thing that I see about you is sometimes like your vulnerability, and like you show it every once in a while, but I think like for the most part you are like a very very you walk into things very confidently because you're a planner, right? But it's like every once in a while when you have a moment where you're kind of unsure, and I feel like you're comfortable exposing that to me.
Yeah.
But it happens like really rarely, right? Because you just walk through life like freaking juggernaut. You're like, I'm a fucking juggernaut my way through this shit, right? And I'm gonna be like really happy doing it too, right?
Yeah,
and
pretty accurate.
so I think that like in those moments where there's a vulnerable moment, right? Like I'll just share like something that makes me think. When we did a Ragnar race, right, in Cape Cod.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
And your stepdad, Paul, was, he was not doing.
He was weeks away from passing away.
Yes,
if not days. Yeah. I wasn't sure how
and you
long
were just
we had.
and you were just waiting, and it's just one of those things where, I think you come across as a very very strong, confident person. And I think that, like just having your inner circle of people who know like that there is vulnerability there and you're not afraid to go and like expose it.
Yeah.
Like when you're comfortable exposing it.
Well, there's times where it's forced out by accident.
Yeah, absolutely.
There were times after Paul passed, we were running a marathon, and what was it? It was one of the sappy songs we have on our playlist. Like I Lived or something. And,
yes.
And like, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the song was, but I would be running and
it was the Ed Sheeran song. There was an Ed Sheeran song about like just coming home and stuff.
And like, so we would wind up be running, and it'd be like mile like 21, and like everything's just raw and real. And then I'd be like,
like all out of the blue.
Stop. Like I would stop, and I'm like, I can't breathe.
And it was and these are like real moments that we have, you know. And it was like dude, and so I think just like every once in a while like showing your vulnerability, right? And it's like, hey, like I got this armor up, but like I got like times, where, even when doing the podcast,
there's still an ooey gooey middle.
And like even doing the podcast where you were like, dude, this terrifies me. Mm-hmm. This absolutely, and it takes a lot. And my hat just went sideways. I feel like I'm like, okay, I kind of need to wear it sideways. But it takes like a really strong friendship to be able to go and like say like, dude, like I don't feel good about this, but I'm gonna work through it, you know, and like Lori and I had a moment when we were in what the hell was the Deadwood Marathon?
Oh yeah.
And we didn't realize it, but that the elevation for that race
Looks like a middle finger.
A middle finger. It goes up to mile 13 and then it comes down. Didn't realize that there was all this elevation. I had this like mental shutdown at like mile 7. And at some point in time, Lori takes her hand and puts it on my back over Ned's picture.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to go and figure out, she goes and says to me, I'm going to go stretch out here for a second along this fence line. You and Ned need to go and have a conversation with each other. And I was like, and I'm like crying, and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with me. And you're like, you just need to figure your shit out. So sometimes.
Well, because I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, are we going to finish this?
Right. And
this may be the first one we don't finish.
Right. And I mean, we travel all this distance, right? And we're at mile 7, folks. And, so I think, again, showing your vulnerability, but it's like how your friend reacts to it. How do you know, like your example of like you breaking down, hearing a song, what you needed was a hug and just like, I'd like walk it out and you let me know when you're ready to run.
Yep.
My situation required a fucking kick in the ass and just like, get your shit together. Get it together. So again, I don't know. We figure out what our vulnerabilities are and like just how we need to go and like kind of be there for each other.
That's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
That is a lot of miles run together.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot of miles, girl. That's a lot of miles. Yeah. No, I totally agree.
All right, last question.
All right. What's the one thing you think we balance really well together?
Logistics.
Oh, totally.
All kinds of logistics.
Spot on, girl.
Everything. Logistics.
Spot on.
Yeah. When it comes to like, we're like start signing up for shit and then it's like, okay, here's this is there. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. If we have to pivot, we're like pivot.
Yeah.
And we work like a team and it's like, it gets done.
The greatest example is when we were in,
we were supposed to be
Mobile, Alabama. And our flight got delayed, got detained. We landed in Tallahassee, Florida. And you and I, before we even had gotten off of the plane, we had like our plan in place.
And it was a Sunday race. We flew out Saturday morning.
Yeah. Yeah, which we don't normally do.
We
normally give it a day in between.
Yeah, the flight was delayed for some reason, leaving. And so then by the time we landed in Tallahassee, which is like a 3 hour drive to Mobile.
Yeah.
We're coming close to packet pickup being over. And we had to pick up our packet that night for the race.
Because it wasn't available the next morning. Yes.
No. And so we were like, and they're like, we don't know. We just had to make a temporary landing. It's weather, blah, blah, blah.
We're going to put you on buses. And we're like, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only time we've driven strangers.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we picked up two other runners that were running. And we brought them to packet. Yeah, we brought them to packet pickup.
Sorry.
So, yeah. So I totally agree. Logistics, are you okay? Do you have hiccups, dude?
They're like chilly hiccups. God, that's terrible. I'm so sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you can't breathe right now.
Oh my gosh. Do you need a moment?
I maybe do need a moment. Do I?
Do you drink do you take sips or do you like hold your breath? You're a breath holder.
Not normally.
Oh, I usually take
I try and push.
I take 8 sips of like liquid and I just like sip.
I try sometimes to like fill my lungs and push down on my diaphragm inside.
Oh.
To kind of hold it.
Oh.
And sometimes
like
it works. Sometimes it does not work.
Oh.
But it just did.
Well, that's an interesting question to our listeners. How do you get rid of hiccups?
Actually, my favorite way of getting rid of hiccups is to drink from the opposite side of the cup upside down.
Oh, that just sounds terrible.
It works
but
every
it depends
time.
upon what cup in the cupboard you drink from.
That's
yes?
probably true.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But not one of my coffee mugs.
No. All right, lightning round.
Lightning round.
Okay. Here we go.
This is gonna show.
This is gonna show yin yang, baby.
Yin yang. Texting or calling?
Texting.
Oh, texting.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm thinking about you.
No. You answer you. Texting or calling?
No, I'm thinking I will text you versus call you.
Right. But what's your preference though? Do you prefer to talk to people or you prefer texting?
My texting is go to first.
Texting.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're like that.
Yes.
Comfort or growth?
Right now, it's more comfort.
I lean towards comfort.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need more growth.
Yes.
But then I'm not comfortable.
But the growth I get from traveling. So, you know?
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
it is
fun.
different.
That's fun growth.
That's fun growth.
That's not like actual growth.
Yeah.
That's experiential growth.
Yeah, I definitely
That's
appreciate.
not like I've got to work really hard for this growth.
Yeah,
What
no.
if I fail? It's
No,
like,
no,
I'm
no,
going on
no, dude.
vacation
I'm
growth.
almost 55. It's all about fucking comfort right now. Yeah.
Plan it or wing it?
Plan it.
Plan it.
Yeah.
Although I wish I could wing it more.
Plan it, but then pivot. Be able
And
to like.
occasionally you can wing it.
Oh, absolutely.
But if it's something that you know you want to do, plan it. Mm-hmm. Like the Eiffel Tower.
You have to now.
If you want to go to the Eiffel Tower, you better damn plan in advance.
You have to plan it.
You do. There's too many people on the planet
you have
all
to
wanting
plan
to
it.
do the same
You have to
shit.
plan it. Yep.
Early mornings or late nights?
What are you?
Well, I am early morning, but I prefer late nights.
Oh, girl, you could freaking sleep in like a mofo.
I can't.
Yeah,
although not so much anymore. I'm getting up at like 7 to 7:30. Is that sleeping in?
That's sleeping in for me.
Oh, see, I used to sleep into 9.
Oh, girl.
Like, I could sleep into 9, 10.
Oh my God, the only time I do that is like when I take like a ton of NyQuil and I have like a cold like I do right now. So good luck to me tomorrow.
Good luck to all of us.
Yes, good luck to all of you. And may the odds be ever in your favor. I am early morning.
Gotcha.
I am early morning. If I can go to bed at like 8 or 9 o'clock every night. I mean, what time did I go to bed when we ran the Jekyll Island? You guys drank another bottle of wine.
7:30. Yeah.
7:30, and I was in my PJs by 7:38 and in bed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's for real.
Coffee or chaos?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'd be like coffee or tea. Like, why is it coffee?
Like coffee
or
or chaos. I guess I don't know. I like
chaos.
I always prefer coffee.
I choose chaos.
Yeah.
I do. I like chaos. That's
Yeah.
why I had 3 kids.
Yes.
It's chaotic.
Yes, I'm coffee.
But I'm a tea person if we're really asking coffee or tea. I love tea.
Chai tea.
Chai tea. Earl Grey now.
Oh yes. This was a growth moment for you.
That was a growth moment.
Like, because, if they didn't have chai tea, it was like this breakfast place sucks,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now I can be like Earl Grey and they all have it.
Yes,
so.
they do. They do.
So mainstream
Many
now.
places carry that.
Yes. Maggie's over there
Maggie just snorted.
in the corner.
Hopefully that picked up on the mic.
Okay, one word to describe this season of your life.
Oh. That's a great one.
Oh, I have. What the hell's happening here with my hat? I have one word.
Yeah. What's yours?
Transition.
Yeah, that's a good word for you.
Yeah.
That's a really good word. The word I would choose would be bountiful.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. I just feel like, I worked really hard the past probably like 5 or 10 years to get rid of like any toxic relationships out of my life.
Oh, thank God I'm still here.
Yes, you are. Yes. and I think that, the love that I have with my husband is bountiful, with my daughter, with you and your family, with my sister, my parents,
Your
traveling, just everything is it just feels like full. And I just want to keep replenishing it, like just over and over and over again, and just creating new memories.
Like this spring.
Yes.
We're going to be doing it over and over again.
Marathons. In fact, I think that
with
you
marathons.
and I...
No, I'm talking about your travel schedule, girl.
Oh, yeah,
that
my
has
travel
nothing
schedule.
to do with our marathons.
My travel schedule is absolutely insane. I just have a lot of like not overlapping. I have a lot of trips that like back to back weekends. So yeah, find me in May and see how I'm doing. So I might be like, kind of like drinking a bottle of VU for my birthday by myself.
You're not gonna be by yourself.
No, I'm not gonna be by myself. But all right, I think before we end the episode, one thing that I think we really, really wanted to talk about that's critical to like keeping ourselves motivated throughout races is our playlist.
Yes. Well, I have a couple things. I still have a couple.
Okay.
things.
Yeah. All right. So.
Yes,
But I mean, like, like our playlist is it's been very, very manicured over the years. I know,
Yeah,
I know. Today you just sent me a thing going. I just like rebooted the entire like.
That's because I just felt very meh about our playlist this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because we've overdone all the songs and I just need a refresh of new songs. I mean, keep some of the old stuff. We have some great
I did not get a
classics,
chance to listen to it today, but
just need a refresh.
But when you think about like a song or songs that, that have been like steady, places on our playlist. What are some songs? Because I mean, we have a lot of runners here. Probably a lot of people that like people listen to music regardless of whether you're a runner.
Yeah.
What are some songs that you think about that you're like, yeah, like that's my go-to?
I love All My Love by Noah Kahan.
Yeah, I agree.
That just, I think that's kind of like an expression of who I am, like All My Love.
Yeah, yeah.
And Vagabond by Camp.
Yeah. Is that the one, See the World?
No, See the World.
See the World is that's my favorite.
I can't wait to talk about Rome.
And the reason being is that when we were in Rome and we ran the Rome Marathon, that song came on towards the end of the race. And you and I just started bawling when because it was
we saw Maggie.
Because it was
Megan.
we saw Maggie and my sister was in Rome with us, and like we were seeing the world like through the eyes of a marathon runner, and it just was
our first international.
The timing on that was just so perfect.
Just like Here Comes the Sun. At the beginning of the Baton Marathon.
Oh, the Baton Marathon.
The sun was literally rising.
Was coming up, and it was like, here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Yeah. My song that we always have on the playlist is Good Riddance.
Yeah.
By Green Day. And, that's my Ned song.
Yeah.
And, it's probably, you always have that like right up front. It's probably one of like the either 2, 3, or 4, in the playlist. And the other thing that we always have every race is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
don't make it gone.
I was thinking about it, but if you don't want it gone, that's fine. We can keep it.
I'll keep an open mind.
No, we can keep it.
I can keep an open mind.
And just a quick recap too about our history. It's very brief, but when we ran Marine Corps the first time in 2015, it was Laura's. Technically, almost should have been your last marathon.
Yeah, because I said I'm going to be 10 and done because this is 10 marathons in 10 years from my brother.
And that was her 10th year that she was running it for her brother. That I was also running it coincidentally. That was not like. But
we hadn't pre-planned it, but we ran it together.
But then we wound up traveling together, decided, and then that day it was our first time running a race together, and we had a decision to make. Like we could just do our individual races like we had done in the past, or we could run together. And that day, Ned must have been like hammering me from the back of my head, and I didn't realize it because he's like, "You're gonna fucking stay with her. Do you hear me? You're gonna stay with her all day because she's gonna need you there." And I would get pissed if people were trying to get between us.
Oh my God!
I'm like, excuse me, we're running together.
You totally were. If
I could have peed on you, I would have.
That was the nicest thing you've ever said to
me. Okay.
Oh, all right. We digress.
I should not. Why am I crying?
I don't know. That was the nicest thing you've ever said to me. All right.
Oh my God, I hope not.
Oh, fuck. All right. What else did you want to cover out on?
I wanted to talk about Maggie.
Oh, let's talk about Maggie.
Maggie, do you have anything you'd like to add about our 1 year? I have 2 things, but this is one of them. I'm gonna let Maggie have the mic for a minute with Laura.
I would just like to say thank you guys for having me be your producer and social media gal. I have the honor of sitting in the chair across from them every single week and hearing all of the cutout moments, all the raw giggles and everything. And it's awesome getting to see 2 people that you admire exchange stories every single week. And it's been fun learning about editing. Like Laura said, their 2 favorite episodes, 31 and 9, with all the giggles and extra people, were nightmares to edit.
I can't even imagine.
Because of such reasons.
And sound issues, right, and mics.
Oh my
and
gosh, so many sound issues.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot about editing. I've gotten a lot more efficient at it. I'm having a lot of fun on social media because I wouldn't call myself an influencer. So it's fun pretending to be you guys and trying to be an influencer as a middle-aged woman. But it's just me. So if you're ever chatting Mile 20 podcast, you're probably talking to me. So hello, it's not Mom and Laura. And I'm pretending to be them. Just kidding. I usually introduce myself. But yeah, it's just been fun getting to be here with you guys and design different things and still be creative, because I grew up dancing, which I don't do anymore, but I always want to do something creative rather than just working in corporate America, which I'm
Yes.
sure, Laura, you feel sometimes.
Absolutely.
How can I exercise a creative leg of myself? So this is that outlet for me, and I love doing it with you guys, and I love you both. So
We love you. And you know what, Maggie, I think the coolest thing, like for me, right? So I'm not the mom here. I'm the second mom. But it's like when I first met you, you were young, right? And to see you be like this thriving, like engaged, young woman, but now like I don't consider you like, oh, that's like Lori's daughter. It's like, no, that's Maggie, my friend, and like there's like this natural like adult like just kind of thing that happens, right? Where like you become on like the same playing ground, right? In terms of like relationship, contribution, and so forth. And like, what I've loved is that you haven't like sat in that seat and like nodded your head. Oh yeah. Like we'll just do that. You've challenged like us, like, and like pushed us to like, hey, like maybe you might want to go and like do this differently or do that differently. We need to go and like lean in here. And that's why we're in like 32 countries, right? 42 states. And it's because of your contribution as well. So I appreciate that. So you're not just like my best friend's daughter. You're my friend too. I love you, man.
thank you. And if I could share a story, I'll never forget the first time, my first memory of us, Laura, is driving.
Yes.
Is driving. I was probably 16 or 17. It was the year 2017. No, so I was younger.
Yeah, you were younger than that.
15 or 14. And
That was
I
a
don't
terrible
know
influence.
why I like was so insistent on, we were driving up for the Boston Marathon. Our whole family was there, but I was insistent, like, I have to be in the car with Laura.
Yeah.
Like, she has to drive me.
Yes. And because I was by myself, because
Yeah.
Maddie and Jim were meeting me up there. So like Lori, you had the rest of the family in your vehicle, and Maggie hopped in the vehicle with me.
I had to be in that car
We
with
had a
you.
blast, man.
And we listened to you showed me the song Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and it is still a song that I listen to every run, almost all the long runs that I
love
have.
that.
And I'll never forget. That's my first core memory of us, Laura.
Oh my God. And that is
drive.
my core memory as well. And
Yeah.
we killed it doing car
did.
karaoke.
We did.
So yes. So I
now
love
here we
that.
are, almost 10 years later.
Yes.
Coworkers.
Yes. Yes.
Coworkers on the Mile 20 podcast.
Who would have thought?
Oh, yes.
Maggie, you're amazing, and I
Absolutely
really appreciate
amazing.
everything you do.
You the bomb, girl. Even though you don't own a shovel.
So another question.
Yeah.
What do you hope, like, what are your hopes, thoughts, fears for the second year of Mile 20?
Well, the fact that, we both have committed to, like still like being relevant in the running space and running marathons. And like, I tell you what, like this shit is not easy anymore, because like you get to the starting line and everybody around you is like, like in their 20s and 30s. And like we are, like our age group becomes lesser and lesser. Although I'm super excited about it, because maybe at some point in time we start like winning our age group.
I know, no shit. I'm afraid that won't be until we're like 70.
It's okay. That's okay.
But
okay.
maybe. I
Because
don't
like
know.
for the amount of races that we have like lined up. But no, I absolutely love doing this. I love the fact that like once a week we get together, and it's like we're not like running, and we just get to go and hang, between the three of us. And I think that we still have like a lot of like just kind of like raw life lessons to go and share with other people, and things that other people can go and take away from us in terms of like, places that we go, like lessons learned in terms of either travel or, or just being like humans, and so I think that we still have a lot to give, in year two. So I'm still totally committed to going and, and sharing the love.
Yeah. I have one goal.
Yeah.
I would love to find a reason, because I feel like people probably don't know I have a son. because we do a lot with Maggie and we talk about Ella, but I would love to have a reason to have DJ on at some point.
Absolutely.
Like he deserves.
Maybe we do a boys episode where it's like DJ and like Matt. Because Matthew is
and Connor.
So Matthew is my son-in-law. Connor is the soon-to-be son-in-law of Lori. So yeah, maybe we do a boys episode.
Yes. Well, DJ is talking about in 2027 doing an Ironman.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect him with some of the running clubs in Philly.
Yeah.
Just to get him started.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He's like, I'm not a runner, I'm a swimmer. I'm like, yeah, but you need to run.
Yeah, but you need to run.
Because you love to swim and you miss those endorphins, you need to run.
Yeah.
But so I kind of feel like I'd like to have DJ in a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an outlier.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I need him in.
Oh, and he's
such a boy.
He's such a handsome young man, and like I don't know, just every time we see him, he's just like, I don't know, like it just brings me joy to go and see like just what an outstanding human he is now. You know,
but
I say now because he was a shit when he was like 12 and 13.
Yeah, he's the middle child. He's the middle child.
And he was a boy, he is a boy.
He
but
is the
but
boy.
He was such a boy when he was like little, man.
And
it
middle
was like,
child.
It's like, man, I want to bitch slap you.
Yeah, but we
love him.
We got through it.
Totally got through it.
Got through it.
We absolutely, Jim and I adore him.
Yes,
absolutely adore him.
But other than DJ, I hope we still are able to make contact with like some really cool other running influencers. Like I loved having Kayla and Emma on, and I think we're gonna see them again later this spring, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And like talking with people like Edith Zushman and other race directors like Coach Q and Jeannie.
Yep.
And I just I really enjoy being plugged in that way as well. So I hope we have some opportunities to do that more this year and just go out and have some really fun experiences at races.
I agree, and then just
bringing the party in the back.
Bringing the party in the back, and then just seeing some really really cool shit. Because that's what we do, you know, and like just get to go and like take up more of this country, and you know, and then just kind of move on to the next place.
Yeah,
so.
And experience life.
Absolutely.
Because there's no better time than today.
No, I totally agree.
Tomorrow is not guaranteed.
No, it is not. It is not. So why not go and run a race tomorrow?
Well, train for it first, please.
Well, are we going to do our 3-mile run tomorrow?
Wait, tomorrow's Tuesday. We don't run on Tuesdays.
It's Tuesday.
I've signed up
Monday.
for the gym. Today's Monday.
Shit. Okay.
We record on a Monday.
My days of the week are all messed up. All right. Well, next week, we are so excited that like we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary, and then we were able to recap. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, learning a little bit more about us.
Maybe we've scared you off.
Or maybe
I don't know.
scared you off. But we thought that this would be kind of like a cool way for both of us also to go and learn. I learned about Lori's coffee cups. So, and then we both alphabetize our spices. So, but next week we have episode 51.
Whoop,
and
whoop.
we are going to talk about the Manchester City Marathon. And we did this during COVID year as well.
Yes.
So this was in 2020.
Yeah.
And this was a very, very interesting, like managed race and so forth.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. This one was really, really interesting. But super, super excited to go and talk about that one.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, folks, thank you so incredibly much. Again, join us on our socials. We would love to go and get your comments. Even though Maggie says like she represents us like socially.
I talk to people too.
We both talk to people all the time. And we would love to go and hear your comments. Give us feedback on some stuff. In fact, it was awesome because one person from last week's episode actually gave recommendations on like waterproof rain jackets. Thank you very much, because I actually went and purchased the Amazon jacket that they went and recommended.
Nice.
So keep the comments coming. We're on all socials. But right now, go make Mile 20 your bitch this week.